Upon creating the earth, the great god Zelos grew weary, and so forged in his image 2 sons to uphold his kingdom and ensure its longevity, Aevum and Thanatos. As time progressed, so did the intentions of the 2 sons. The second, Thanatos, poisoned himself against the will of his brother and turned to blackness and evil for answers. From this new hatred, the darkness bore a final battle to end the rule of either son, for their father lay dormant, undisturbed, and unaware of his failing hopes. After centuries of fighting, neither side weakened, and so, on an ancient plain, the 2 gatekeepers fought, each one knowing that their outcome would shape the future of the earth, and all that it embraced. One side was granted an advantage, a mistake on the part of Aevum. A promise of power is not one to be taken lightly, and a promise ungranted for too long can sway the minds of even the most abiding companion.
Hours they fought, but neither would yield. Aevum's guardians Ophion and Abaddon became restless and able to aid their god. The very earth itself trembled with every blow, whilst locked in a duel that favoured neither god.
Let me help you!
Abaddon! This fight does not belong to you!
Have I not shown you my worth over these many years? What is the power you promised? Grant me it so that I may help you!
When you are ready, it will be yours. But that day is not today, Abaddon.
Time and again, Abaddon sought to help his master, but his offers fell on deaf ears. His patience grew weaker, but the passing of time marked only the inevitability of his intervention.
That's 3 times now.
Well, if they call, I have to go. It's just the way it has to be. Look, I'll only be gone a week or so and it'll settle down after.
I just don't see why you can't do it from the office, that's all. Oh, let me guess.
Yeah, just 1 minute.
Oh, business trip with Samantha?
Helen, that's ridiculous. I can't choose who I work with.
Yeah. Only who you don't work with.
Just be 1 second, okay?
Look, I've just cooked dinner. Can't you at least call them back?
Just give me a second. Yeah, it's just it's been really manic here recently. Yeah, we've got 5 people off sick too. Yeah, they're dropping like flies. Could you at least give me a few more days here? Yes, I know, it's a privilege. Tuesday. Great, thanks, Mike. Bye.
Well, how long is it this time? John? John?
Side of him.
I have to know that she's alive.
I think we both know she's not. I'm sorry.
On your own today? Where's the missus?
Probably at home wondering why I'm back from work so late.
Well, why are you so late?
Because I'm here again. It helps me unwind before I start my other job.
Oh, you mean the comics? How's that going, by the way? Any progress? Anything I can sneak a look at?
Well, I haven't done much recently, but I can show you a little.
Do you always carry them around like that? Can I ask you a question? You've been coming here for like almost 3 years to unwind after work. But the only time I've ever seen you not stressed is when you're showing me your comics. Why aren't you taking it further? You're really talented, you know.
It's just because I haven't finished it yet. I just can't seem to find the ending, how the comic finishes. So I'm always striving to complete it. It's just taking a lot longer than I thought. What about you? Have you got any interests outside this place?
Well, I always wanted to do portraits and paintings. That's been on hold since I started here. I think I might have another stab at it soon. I just don't know how you find the time to do 2 jobs. I suppose if you've got a passion, do it. Don't look back in 20 years and wish you could start again. I'm only working here because I always wanted my own restaurant. In a few years' time, the owner's moving back to Greece, so I don't know. Maybe some good luck's heading my way after all. Look, what I'm trying to say is, stick at it. It'll work out. And if you ever finish the engine, I know my son would love a copy. Me too. Good luck. I've got a customer. Speak to you soon, okay? Look at those two scrapping outside.
Isn't that your cousin Massa?
God, I think you're right. What's up with him? He's always so well-mannered. There's been some odd people about here lately. I better go and see what the matter is.
Okay, well, be careful. Good to catch up. What now?
Get out of the car.
What?
Get out of the car. Of all the people to serve you, you seem like an unlikely candidate. If you truly have any role in this, then the forces at work will try and stop me. Unlucky for you.
Hey,
Sienna?
I didn't want to disturb you.
Sorry, I must have drifted up. I had a pretty intense day. It's that chair, it's too comfy.
No, it's that wine that's done it.
I thought you were out.
I was. I just nipped out to the pharmacy.
I've got that interview in the morning, so I'm gonna get some sleep.
Okay. Oh, I put your shirt back ready for the morning.
Thanks. Are you coming up?
Yeah.
Mr. Bleeker?
Yes.
Mr. Tanner's ready to see you now, if you'd like to follow me.
Well, I'm impressed, Mr. Blaker. I must say, I was beginning to lose faith in the city. I think we might be able to fund your comic. We need someone like you, some fresh talent. These copycats and art house bastards, pardon my French, they can churn it out by the bucket load, but... Okay. I need to take this to my directors, but I think we can fund your comic.
Great.
Leave your details with Hannah. I'll get back to you.
Watch where you're going.
What is it, my son, that brings you here this hour? Perhaps you seek something that cannot be found. Something that I also seek, Othian.
Your words are lost to me, Abaddon. Just as you yourself were, long ago.
I was never lost. Who are you to tell me which side I should be on? Your death was due 5 timelines ago. Now, where is the map?
You betrayed me. You betrayed us. In the will of Aevum. I do not have time to listen to the poisoned words of a traitor.
Then I ask of you, old friend, what of Aevum now? Your so-called god who once promised me the world and delivered nothing? Who betrayed who? Aevum deserves to be lost in the annals of time. Tell me, Othian, did Aevum fulfill his bond? Or was he slain before he had the chance?
What you have set in motion you could never understand. Aevum's time will come again. Humanity will not be forgotten. I know this, and you hide from it.
Humanity already failed, Othian. Have you not noticed the evil? The evil which has crept inside these sacred walls. And even now, while you hide in your safe houses and holy sites, the very humanity you say you fight to preserve tears itself apart around you. Aevum's time may come, but Thanatos' power has grown far beyond any power possessed by your old god. Even my power far exceeds yours.
Your power misguides you. You truly have become lost in your own heart.
Surely you've seen it. The will of Thanatos has reached the four corners of the earth, and soon all that you ever sought to protect will be lying in ruins. Terror and fear will rule those that are left alive. I give you one chance, Othian, before time passes you by. It is not too late to choose the side of Thanatos. Your prophecy is failing more with each day.
My path has always been the right one, as has the side I fight for. I'm not as weak as you to simply throw down everything that has been passed on to me. My prophecy holds true. I predicted your treachery, as well as your demise. So save your threats, old friend.
I hope you are as ready as you claim. When we meet again, don't expect the pleasantries I allow you today.
I wouldn't dream of it.
You can't protect him, just as you couldn't protect her.
Have a look at VDN online.
So, a recap on that last story. 17 more people have been admitted to hospital with injuries related to domestic violence. With crime still steadily on the increase, certain members of the church are turning to their faith for more drastic answers. Coming up in just a moment, one member of the St Andrew's clergy, Father Elms, talks to us about his feelings and his concerns of demonic activity in the city. Time will tell as to whether this will convince the authorities, but I must admit it's been a strange and certainly busy time over the last few months here at VDN. Now, a family in Maidborough was found dead this morning after a brutal attack which left a wife, a husband and a child dead in their own home. Nicola Hewlett is live at the scene. Nicola.
Thanks, Phil. Although no official statement has been released, there are reports suggesting that the nature of the deaths of this family are suspicious and that the cause of deaths has yet to be determined. Police are unsure just who was responsible for the attacks, but it's believed that no outside party was involved. Various neighbours are giving statements in this ongoing investigation, and reports of the family from friends indicate a happy group, which begs the question, what inspired this series of events? This murder is the latest in a wave of the past 3 months, where violent crime has increased an incredible 30%. Again, police have released no official statement, and the details of the deaths are being kept closely under wraps. But we will do our best to keep you updated as and when anything occurs. I was under the impression that police have vacated the scene, but there seems to be someone here still. Perhaps some new evidence will shine light on this ongoing investigation. I'm Nicola Hewlett, reporting from Maidborough. Back to you, Phil.
That's bad. What did they want with Mike?
Did no one tell you? That's his brother's family. It looks like they've taken him away for questioning.
I had no idea. That's horrible. Look, I'm finished for today. Let me know if you hear any more. See you tomorrow.
Hey, I'm heading back to the studio to do some editing if you need a lift.
It's okay, thanks. I'm parked on the corner.
Okay, I'll see you tomorrow.
Otheon interferes beyond our control. He's hindering our progress.
Abaddon is taking care of it. He will lead us to what we seek. The end draws near with every breath. Double your efforts!
This is Victor. He's a relative of Mike's brother. Victor, this is my partner, Kyrian.
I'm very sorry for your loss. I didn't know them that well, but from the time I spent with them, they seemed like nice people.
It is a shame when these things happen.
I saw it on the news. I just can't picture what the police reported.
And, just what is it you've heard?
Kyrian, Victor was looking for something he thought you might have seen, a family heirloom.
I was wondering if you may have seen this at any time when you were with Mike and his family. It's a very important part of the family's heritage. It's vital we get it back.
Impressive drawing. I'm afraid I only really saw Mike's family briefly when they were around at his house for dinner. I don't remember seeing anything like this. It could have well been on a mantelpiece or hidden away somewhere. Have you tried the police? Mike's there now for questioning.
The police don't have it. Are you sure you haven't seen anything?
Sorry.
Right. Okay, well, I must be leaving you now. Sienna has my details. But I'm sure our paths will cross again. I must be leaving now.
Okay, well, sorry I can't help.
Good luck finding it.
If anyone else contacts you about this, do let me know.
Okay. Bye. You have it? Well, why didn't you say anything? He probably hasn't gone yet.
Wait.
Where did you find it?
Look, bear with me. That tattoo he had on his hand? Someone was in the library today and had that exact same tattoo. They left the place in a mess and in a hurry looking for something. When I went back to check, I found an open book with a symbol in it that I noticed in a book that I was filing yesterday. Inside, I found this. I thought it was worth investigating. There's quite a lot of mythology surrounding it. It might even be useful for your comics. Or it could just be a novelty item or something, a collector's edition.
But still, that tattoo might just be a family symbol or signature. You should have given it to him.
But isn't it a coincidence that he found it in the library, the exact place that I found it, and then he ended up here at our house? He must have followed me home. Anyway, I couldn't translate much of the Latin because I'm not fluent, but part of the prologue mentioned evil rituals and cults and all sorts. I didn't trust him.
Evil cult or not, those books are old. The information in them is usually quite far from the truth.
Yeah, but I don't see how this amulet has anything to do with Mike's brother. According to the text, this dates way back, long before our lifetimes. It could even be worth some money. Anyway, I'll let you decide what you want to do with it. I've got enough books to read without translating Latin myths.
The thing at the library, did you report it?
Nothing appeared to be missing, so I just packed up and went home. Anyway, I'm sorry to be short with you, but I'm out with the girls tonight and there's something else I want to talk to you about. What's this?
A gun?
Yeah, let me rephrase that. Why do we have a gun in our house?
It's a model, a replica. It's been deactivated or welded shut, I think. I used to shoot tin cans off the wall of my garden.
I thought it didn't work.
It doesn't. Well, probably not anymore.
So we have an unlicensed gun in our house? I want you to get rid of it.
Fine. Okay. You know what? I'll do it now. I'll pick us up a bottle of something on the way home. I'm going to be too busy to do it tomorrow. I still think that you should have given him the amulet.
You have a message from Mr. Tanner.
Hi, Curian, it's Ben Tanner. I've spoken to the board of directors about your comic. Whilst they agree that you're definitely commercially viable, there is a very real sense that there is no end to the comic books. Audiences want finality. They won't buy into an unfinished asset. If you can drop us a finished copy of the comic, the funders have agreed to back you entirely. I told you the work spoke for itself. They turned away 6 artists with finished pieces this morning, so you've really made an impression. Finish that comic.
Wait. It's a button.
If there remains of fire up ahead, he'll be drawn to it.
Watch out!
What weapon do you carry?
It's just an old pistol. I didn't think it worked.
Perhaps it does not.
Come on.
It is a feud that began far before your lifetime. In order for humanity to exist, both good and evil must abide in harmony. But thousands of years ago, the balance was tipped in favor of evil. Since then, Thanatos has been bringing in demons from a dark plane well beyond our gaze. The shift was the event that caused it to be created. Over time, nothing much has become of it, but others like myself have kept a close eye. With Aevum gone, we could do nothing but hunt these wraiths one by one. Those demons are what nearly killed you.
Demons? Strange, though. I dreamt something like this the other day. Too caught up in my work, I think. So, Aevum is this god?
Aevum is Thanatos' brother. At one time, they were both equal. Both sons of Zelos who shared the same intention of our world's endurance. But Thanatos strayed far from our path. He was able to defeat Aevum, and in his last hours I stood and failed by his side.
So, why is it only now that Thanatos is taking over? And how exactly am I involved in this?
But you are. When Aevum was defeated, he did not merely disappear like everyone had assumed. His essence was hidden through humanity, and this alone has kept Thanatos from taking control. Now, his presence has grown too strong. He has almost amassed an army of both wraiths and humans, willing to fight for whatever cause he dictates.
Well, sounds like you've got more urgent things to do. So, I think I'll leave you to it. Thanks for what happened. Thanks for helping me. I'm not exactly sure what happened, but I've got to get home.
Before you go, pass me that amulet you carry. You're interested in mythology, aren't you? I wouldn't expect a well-educated man such as yourself to deny me that, Mr. Blaker.
I didn't tell you that. My name.
I did not save your life by chance, Kyrian.
I'm sure that tattoo's not by chance either, then.
You have been marked. That is why I have been following you. And that is why Abaddon was in your house, looking for this.
What, Victor? How long have you been watching me?
10 minutes ago, had I not been, you would be dead. Or one of them.
What do you mean?
Wraiths, demons. You saw them. When they come through into this plane, that is their raw form. The human that tried to stop you on the road has been possessed.
Wait, I'm having a hard enough time believing what just happened, let alone demons and witchcraft.
Witchcraft is for fairy tales, Kyrian. This is not a situation to be taken lightly.
What is that?
It is the place you must go.
I get the feeling you're not telling me everything. I mean, just say what you said is true. Why me? I work in insurance. I draw comics, for goodness sake, and anyway, who are you?
My name is Othean. I am Aevum's guardian. Every time one of us dies, we come back in a different timeline. But for some reason, Thanatos has not ordered me dead. I think he knows I will lead him to you. That is why you must be ready to accept your fate. Otherwise, well, there must be no otherwise.
My fate. A, I don't believe in it. And B, it's whatever I choose it to be.
That is true. But perhaps under very different circumstances that you might imagine. This map shows the locations of the very birthplace of the gods. All I ask of you is that you visit this place with me. And if you're still not convinced, then you will never hear from me again.
I need an ending for my comic, so I'll think about it. For inspiration purposes only.
We will camp here tonight. The rider on that horse was Abaddon. He may still be looking for you. I must come in.
What are you doing here?
We don't have much time. I told you they will be looking for you.
Then leave me alone and they won't find me.
I'm only here to help. You must let me in.
Look, I'm not part of your story. My life is here. My work is here.
Where did you see this?
It's an illustration from one of my comics. I made it up.
And these?
Just taken from old mythology.
Kyrian, think. Apply your knowledge of mythology to your current situation.
Look, it does seem a little strange with you being here and everything, but what happened last night was either life-changing or just cheap tricks.
5 minutes is all I ask. You certainly have a gift, but you are not how I was expecting.
What do you mean expecting?
No, Kyrian. With you, something's going to...
Sienna! Sienna!
Where is she? You make this happen. You let them hear those wraiths. Sienna!
Abaddon.
What?
I'm sorry. We will find Sienna.
How? Where have they taken her? Why her and not me if I'm so goddamn important?
I do not know. But there's someone who might.
I've never seen this place before.
Most haven't. Let's hope Thanatos is the same.
So, if you're a guardian, and you fell in and drowned, you wouldn't die?
Fell in or was pushed. We will find Sienna. But living as a guardian and being a god are two different things. My body is just as weak as yours, as someone else's. I simply come back in a different image.
What did you say?
I said that I simply come
No,
back...
no. Before that, you said something, and then you changed your mind. Look, I know there's a lot you're not telling me, but I'm not even sure if I want to know.
You have some purpose, some role in all of this. I just don't know what. I don't want to make you think you're something you're not, or the other way around. Try not to fall in.
It has been too many days.
I'm sure you knew we were coming, Mayra.
And who is this young man you bring before me?
Curie.
Ah, the famous Curian Blaker, of course. Please, have a seat. So, for what do I owe the pleasure of such fine company?
I'm sure you are well aware of our situation.
Thanatos has neared completion of his army. They are gathered in the east atrium of the castle, close to here. But that is not the question that brings you here.
Curian's partner. She has been taken. She may be our way in.
Whoa, wait a second. If I find her, I'm gone. You do whatever you have to do. My intentions are with Sienna.
You have not told him yet.
Told me what? Myra, can you tell me where Sienna is?
Do you have something of hers? You should trust him, Curian. He is one of the few of us left that I do.
Are you a guardian as well?
Of sorts. But I haven't been called that in a long time. Now, let us see what the darkness hides. Thanatos is no longer looking for Curian, but the very resting place of Zelos himself. In taking Sienna, he knows that you, Otheon, will go to him as well. She has been taken to Dreckham Keep, our old stronghold. But it is an insurmountable task for one man. Even you, Otheon, have no power against Thanatos. Curian has the gift if he truly believes he can. But will lead you, Otheon, to your death. My teachings tell of a weapon, a sword lost in the pages of history that has the power to destroy men, even gods. If you are to indeed travel into this dark land, then you must first seek out this artifact. Althea, no one can ask this task of you and Curian alone. I am glad to have lived my life in the presence of such valor and spirit. But my hope wears thin.
This weapon, where can it be found?
I can only guide you. My skill is with the time ahead and not with the past.
Perhaps this will help.
A remarkable find, Althea. But there can be no help from Zelos without the presence of both Thanatos and Aevum. Zelos has not been heard of for over 300 millennia. Our days, I fear, draw near to an end, and humanity's hope rests on the shoulders of just one, who, as of yet, does not even know it.
Thank you for your help.
If your heart is set on going to Stronghold, we must find this weapon if we're to have an edge against our enemies.
Sienna's life is my concern, Otheon, and I'll do everything I can to save her. But finding this weapon may take forever, time that I'm not willing to sacrifice. I haven't seen Thanatos, but if you're willing to guide me to the castle walls, I will go it alone.
You show some spirit, so I shall assist you. But your fate may be far more than just your own. Do we have your blessing, Muriel?
It takes true courage for a man to save a world that does not even know it needs saving. You need not even ask.
We're lost. I wish you hadn't insisted we cut across country.
Thanatos does not leave much in Shroud. Trust me, this is the safest way to the keep.
Hold up, I need a break.
We must move on. Thanatos will not wait for you to be ready.
At least let me have a drink first.
Fine. Wait here. You wouldn't last a minute on your own.
You okay? You've been here before, haven't you?
I wasn't always a guardian, Curian. I left someone here many years ago. Someone very close to me. Come. We still have a long way to go. It will be dark in 4 hours.
What is this place? Seems very old. Unsettling.
Many years ago, before Aevum's demise, this was a thriving wood. But now, little survives, other than the turgid moss underfoot that plagues this place.
How can any place come to be so lifeless, so close to home?
Thanatos' corruption spread swiftly after Aevum's death. He has not the power to alter all things, but the places he has frequented often do not prosper as they once used to.
I don't like it anyway. This place has a bad presence. Let's move quickly.
I have felt it since Aevum's passing. Let us move on. Greg.
Ophian. Long time no see. How are you?
I am fine. I trust you are keeping out of trouble.
Of course. I see it hasn't taken you long to replace me.
Othion's helping me with something. I didn't quite catch your name.
Greg. Othian saved my skin a couple of years ago. I was in a fight that somehow found its way into these woods. He taught me a few things too. Swords, making fires, that sort of thing.
Sounds familiar. Did he tell you stories of ancient demons and gods?
I meant to tell you. Your prediction, I think it's coming true. The last couple of months have been darker. Much darker. And I was out hunting and I saw a demon. All black, no eyes and no tracks. I heard you were on a journey. So I brought you a gift. In case it's the kind of journey I think it is.
News travels fast, although we told no one of our plans.
You taught me to track, Ophion. A gift from Mayra.
A fine-looking bow. Lightweight. Good draw length. Did you make this?
I've hunted with it for a while. It served me well. I hope it will serve you well, whatever your purpose. Which reminds me. I wish to join you.
Not this time, Greg. You're a good kid, but you are just a kid.
And he's not! Come on, Ophion, I can help.
I am sorry. Wait with Mayra. She will keep you informed. And do not track us, Greg. I will know.
Fine. Good luck.
Up ahead. They will lead us the way. Thanatos focuses his attention on his army, not on his defense.
Really?
Where are we?
I'll explain when we get out. Ophion landing here. Ophion? Ophion?
He's lived long enough.
Kill her! She served a purpose. We have him.
Me? If she dies, I die too.
Abaddon, another spectator will not hinder anything. She lives. Prepare the army.
Is it you? Could Aevum take a man's shape such as yourself? I hope you do not disappoint.
still failing to protect that which matters most. Never the will to do what you desire. Even now, when this world is at my mercy, your power is non-existent. I begin to question if Aevum remains at all. Why did you bring this boy to me? He hasn't even the power to defend himself. Humanity's downfall is of its own making.
I assure you, your blood flows through his veins, and his through yours. It is Aevum. I swear it. Or what's left of him.
For millennia, I have waited for a time to tear all life from this earth. But there was always a thorn in my side, something slowing the passage of demons to this plane. I had hoped all those years ago that I would be rid of you. How is it that you persist?
I persist, because humanity persists. What I've seen in the past few days is beyond possible. Whatever your cause, it will fail. I'm not the god you think I am. So your goal will never come to be.
Ah, so you can talk for yourself. No matter, when Zelos is brought from his slumber, I will destroy him, and there will be nothing in this universe left but my rule. Only you, but we'll get to that.
Zelos. Othion mentioned.
Othion? He played his part. So it was you that was with him all this time?
I met him a few days ago. Long enough time to become friends.
Ha ha! Considering the amount of trouble you have caused me, I am quite surprised how weak you both are.
Zelos could not allow it.
Zelos? Where is he now? You know, the last time you trusted a human, I slayed your ashes to the sands.
That error shall never be repeated. Too much is at stake.
Sienna!
Can you sacrifice your life for hers?
Come on.
Arthien? I'll hold them up as long as I can. Take her to safety.
Greg, there's too many of them. This is a fight we cannot win.
Not all fights can be won, Arthien. I'll be fine. Go!
This looks familiar. Abaddon.
I will not make the same mistake again. In the absence of light, darkness prevails. You think to kill me with that?
My son. For years I watched as you grew into something far worse than I should allow. The very earth that embraces life, the air that you breathed, the deepest oceans were appointed to your protection. Where I saw life, you turned to death. Harmony, a chance for corruption. Longevity, a lust for the end. Your time in this world has reached its final hour, but a new life awaits you by my side. I was never human like you. I am in all that makes this earth exist. The earth and the water, the good and the evil. Without them, your world could not survive. And so it was I who imprinted you with the ability to hate, for I must, but no more. Be at peace now.
I am sorry, Abaddon. I have led you astray all these years for nothing. I was wrong.
You're only as wrong as I.
We will see Otheon again. I am sure of it. It is over now. Abaddon, your actions have redeemed you. True power is the strength to understand how not to use it. I'm sorry Aevum made you wait, but I offer it to you now.
Hold on to it. I am tired of such a thing not meant to be.
Aevum! Curie? Aevum's gone. He has fulfilled his purpose. I was merely serving a cause that had to be. Where will you go now, Abaddon?
I have witnessed things over countless decades that my mind will not forget. If we ever meet again after this day, I will remember nothing. A last kindness that Zelos has offered me. Others are ready to take my place, to correct that which has been wronged. Under the watchful eye of Zelos, humanity was saved by its own nature. A lesson that I learned over far too long a time. I am done with this life, so I leave to begin my own. But what of yours?
Perhaps I will wake up tomorrow and also remember nothing. But I do not wish that. I could never hope to be as strong as Othniel, but I understand now that my destiny is far more than my own.
Well, it's been a pleasure doing business with you, Mr. Blaker. The invoice is on your desk. And if you're interested in a partnership managing new talent, you know where I am.
Thank you. I appreciate the offer, but I think I'll stick to drawing. For now.
Fair enough, but the offer's on the table.
Hi, I'm Dom Lenoir, and I am co-creator of Nightscape with Tim Osgood. So with Nightscape, we just wanted to make an indie film that had a kind of a high budget feel and really just go for it and try and make something that looked as professional as we could for a really low budget. So we made Nightscape with just me and Tim. Tim took care of all of the sound and the after effects. I took care of the production side of things mainly. As well as this, I did the stunts and all of the fight choreography, and we co-edited, co-wrote and co-directed the film. The idea from Nightscape, I guess, would be Lord of the Rings inspired, that kind of film from that kind of genre. We've always been interested in high budget kind of Hollywood films, and so we just wanted to go and try and make something very similar to that. We shot this film as part of our master's degree at the University of Plymouth. Originally our lecturers said you need to make a 1-minute film, something like that, but we just thought we want to make a feature film, we want to go for big blockbuster feel, so we just went ahead and made it. The actors for the film are a mixture of professional and semi-professional actors, as well as some students from the University of Plymouth Performing Arts course. So it was quite a wide range of actors, and everyone was helping out for very, very low pay or for free. So the entire production relied on a lot of people helping us out, really. So we kind of attacked the production values with two different approaches. I was really taking care of high-budget looking locations, equipment, helicopter shots, slow motion, all the fighting kind of style of everything. And Tim was just giving it a really good orchestral sound and all the post-production that made it look the way it did. We didn't have access to any professional sound recording studios. Most of the film we actually did the audio, anything that was dubbed, all of the editing and post-production was all just done in the house me and Tim were living in at the time. So quite a low-budget feel, really. The fight sequences were probably the hardest part of the entire production. It involved shooting 12-hour days with huge amounts of equipment in a very isolated beach and a castle with a huge hill. And there was just the two of us kind of working with all the equipment and production, including all the slow-mo equipment, which is also a huge commitment and hassle to deal with that, as well as trying to film, you know, a whole scene with just two of you. So that was a real test of effort. On top of that, I was kind of jumping into costume and trying to direct all the fighting as well as jumping on the camera. So it's quite an exhausting day, really. If you're going to be doing an action film or a thriller, then you really need to be doing your own stunts, which is what I took care of. I did quite a lot of the fighting in the costumes when I wasn't filming, and I actually took the axe to the head in one of the scenes, which is still in the final edit. So that was extremely painful, but it's actually made it into the film, so maybe you'll be able to spot it. We filmed the end scene of the film at Corfe Castle, so a big thanks out to the National Trust. It was a tremendous day of filming, extremely exhausting, 12 hours and not much sleep the night before, but it all worked out in the end. If you're wondering about the intro battle, we didn't really get 2,500 people. Every single person on screen is me. If you slow down the footage, which I hope you don't, you might be able to see me doing some quite silly things in some quite stupid poses, as I'm doing various positions for all of the different two armies. This film took a year of my life. It was an incredible experience. I'd say go out there and do it, because making a feature film is probably one of the most enjoyable things you can do. Try and get more people involved, as it was a real hassle doing it with two people, but other than that, just go out and try. Got nothing to lose. One of the main things I'd say to anyone trying to make an indie film is just to really go out there and hustle people. The slow motion footage and the helicopter shots, I just literally rung them up and said, we're making a feature film, we don't have much money, we can't pay you, £10,000, so can you help us out? And just kept pestering them until they agreed, really. And the whole production kind of worked along those lines. Just if you're passionate about your project and you really want to go for it, you just got to keep going at people and work with locations and actors and promise them it's going to be something good, and generally they'll help out if they're able to.
Come to
me. In the days of dark and light, before men banded together against one another, there were the elementals, older than time itself, they being the true spirits of the earth. But then man believed himself to be as God, and the world he created became divided. No longer was there a place for the spirits. No longer did men pay reverence to the earth. But lo, the spirits did indeed remain, waiting, long forgotten, but not erased.
Craig, what's up? Craig, wake up!
Craig, you okay, man? Craig. What was it I said before? In the pit, wasn't it?
And you thinking I'm
I don't know what it is.
It's out there! It's out there!
From a dark and ancient past comes the oldest enemy man has ever known. You will lose sleep. You will lose all sense of reality. You will lose your mind. You cannot escape the stone.
Welcome to the Blue Moon Inn, and welcome to the once-in-a-100-year event. This strange physical and celestial event occurs exactly once every 100 years, and can only be witnessed from here, high at the peak. But tomorrow night, we shall see in our own lifetime the blue moon, and we shall discover the truth behind the many tales of evil deeds, spooks, specters. I await your return, my goddess.